Hello, my name is Tammy. I'm an instructor and personal trainer at the YMCA of Arlington, Texas, at the Cooper Street branch mainly. And I just want to welcome you here today as we're going to just work on some balance for seniors. Before we go there, I think we need to know why we even do this. It's such a great practice because balance training is an excellent way to help the body recognize where it is in space and to help control that movement in space. We call this proprioception. And so with an increased proprioception, the body is able to produce smooth, controlled moves, and it helps to lower the risk of injury by working together and being more coordinated. And you probably already knew that, but just to remind you, why it's important. So we are going to do a little bit of the practice today. I'm going to start with a little bit of yoga breathing, then we move into those controlled movements. What I would like you to have is a chair and a silver sneaker ball or a ball that isn't too, it can roll around at least a little bit, nothing too big. And just yourself. Now when we're doing balance, you can choose to work in your shoes if that's comfortable for you and it helps hold you a little bit more stable. But good yoga practitioners will do it right in their bare feet. So if that's more comfortable, by all means, go in your feet. Whatever feels right for you, but the key will be a lot of good control through the muscles of our body. So as we begin, let's go ahead and just get some breathing practice in and get a little warm up before we go into these positions. So you're gonna sit at the edge of the chair, not back here, the edge of the chair. So move on up and set those feet firmly to the floor. What I'm actually doing now is setting you up for good stability motion. So our feet are firm to the floor, the four corners of them planted firmly, and my knees directly over my ankles. You should have a 90-degree bend in your legs, a good press of the sits bones to the chair, a good lift of the body upward as the navel, the ribs lifted off the navel, and you're gonna bring those shoulders back and behind you, the little pinch, but not tight. Chin, pull it gently back so you have your most elongated neck, and then the eyes will be to the horizon, and we're pulling up through the crown. So we've got our body set, and this is perfect for balance. Before we get there though, let's breathe together. So I invite you to inhale into the nose and create a fullness into your belly by using that diaphragm. Just fill up the belly, it's not time to hold it in. And then exhale and just feel it fall back. As you stay tall, breathe in, open up, and I want you to start letting that slow down a little bit as you exhale through the nasal passage. So fill to the belly, and you're gonna feel yourself lift all the way to the chest with that breath, and a slow release. So just practice that breath a couple more times so that you become comfortable with it, because I want you to use it as we balance. And take your time, slow it down as much as possible for you. One more breath. So let's just get a little warm up. I'm going to invite you to lift your shoulders up, pull them back and down. Just draw them to the ears with tension and let go. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Just going to get our bodies ready and prepared so nothing becomes too tight as we practice those balance moves. And set those shoulders back and down, hands on the thighs. Inhale, lift up. You're going to exhale, reach forward and start to rotate around the base of the spine. Let the lower back have some release as your sits bones are staying firm to the chair. Breathe in as you come back. Exhale as you return forward. Beautiful. Now return to your center, inhale, rise. Exhale, reach out, and take the other direction. Breath in, breath out. Now I'm giving you a quicker warm-up than I would in a normal yoga class, but our focus today is balance. So we just want to warm up enough to be able to do that. Rise up tall again. Take a big breath in, lift tall, extend through every muscle, nice height. Prepare, but shoulders drop down. Breathe in, exhale, go just a little bit more. Gonna have you grab the back of the chair. Inhale, open the chest by pulling the shoulders back. Give me a little back bend. Open up. And then let the hands come to the thighs. Pull the navel back. Take a big cat stretch as you exhale. Warm your back side. Drop the head down so your neck gets a little stretch as well. Come back up. Inhale, lift. And we're going to drop the right arm, lift tall on the left side, exhale over to the right, bicep over the ear, keep that body upright. Remember, that's going to help us with our balance. And fill to the rise, exhale. Breathe in again to lift. Exhale, reach, hold, stretch the side. Breathe in to rise. We're going to take a little twist here, cross your left hand over the thigh, your right hand's at the base of the spine, tall lift, shoulders pull together, and then you're going to twist every vertebrae and look back as if you're wringing out your spine. You want to just give it a good little release. Just be sure you're not hurting anything. Go to the edge of your stretch. Inhale, come back to center, switch it out. Exhale, and look back. Beautiful. So I'm going to call that a good warm up, enough to start with our balance. So our balance, most of the time we're on our feet. I'm not going to do any balances today on our heads, which you do not need to be doing anyway. But with our feet present to the floor, we need to stand strong, just as we did in the chair. So I'm going to begin with what I call mountain pose. Your feet should be directly under the hips. Now, a yogi will want to bring their feet together, toes and heels, but that for seniors, that's not necessarily important. We just want good stability of space, so that hip distance apart is a good place to start. Again, as we said before, you're pressing the feet firmly to the floor. Lift up through every lengthening muscle, and actually turn those sides out just slightly to feel your gluteals engaged, because they are your lower core, and they're going to help with stability. Lift the ribs off the navel. Draw the shoulders up back and pinch and chin tuck. So we get that beautiful line just as we're in the chair, and should breathe just as beautifully. Inhale deep. Exhale. Now go ahead, take a big breath in, lift the hands overhead. And I'm going to have you bring the hands to heart center, but if you don't like this position, they just can land at the side. First part of balance. Let's take out eyesight and see how important that is to our balance. So closing your eyes. I want you to get the feel of the strength that you have in this position, because this is the main position of thought for all our balance moves. Press to the floor, good firm foundation. Lift it up through every muscle. Engage to the core. The shoulders drop down. And the height of the head lifting. And you should feel like you're pretty steady there. If you feel like you're swaying, lock in anywhere you need to, so you don't be rocking and rolling. Now open your eyes. First move, I'm going to have you inhale, lift those arms up. And we're just going to come from right here in this steady step position that you have right now, all lengthened and engaged. Take a lift off the heels, push onto the balls of the feet, and go straight up. Now to help your balance here, look straight ahead. That's something in front of you, a point of something that's steady and still, and it'll help you keep that stillness. Exhale and lower. So I can do that again as many times as I want. You can breathe up and lift. Exhale and lower. Or breathe up and lift and hold it. And maybe you want to time yourself and see how long you can hold a position. And believe me, not every day is the same. Some days I feel very strong and sturdy, and some days I'm just all over the place. It's okay if you land on your heels and have to reset. And then let it go. Beautiful. All right, our next move is if you need the chair and you need extra balance, you can hold the chair anytime you need to. Draw that body up, engage everything. We're gonna start with that toe lift. Reaching out may help your balance. I can reach out with both hands. And we're just gonna touch the toe and put the weight into that left leg. So now we're standing strong. To make it more challenging, we start to lift the toe off the floor, maybe a little, or get as high as you can. All right, and you would naturally do that, setting it to the left side as well. Hand on chair, or reach out, touch, lift as high as you want to go. Again, you can just stay here as long as you want. Engage those cores, feel where you need to steady yourself, and engage all those muscles, use them together, integrated work. And then let that go, beautifully. Not only can you take the leg to the front, but you can take it out to the side. Again, you can reach, lift, hold on, or not. So if you're gonna do one side, naturally, you have to go to the other side. Now I'm going through these a little quickly today, but by all means, take time to do it as you need to. This is gonna be a moment. I'm just showing them. Should I have done a class in actual how much time? Okay. Okay, so we're taking that out, Tammy. All right, and we have one more direction to go with that leg. Because remember, we're moving around space. So I can hold the chair and send the leg back with a touch toe, arm out if needed, lift that chest, or I can lift and reach here. Get that little gluteal squeeze too. You get some extra strengthening that way. So you do one leg, you do the other leg. Just be sure you engage everything before you go. All right, those are just basic standing poses. I want to go with some multiple limb work. So that means we're going to use those arms as well as the legs. Famous tree pose. It's actually fairly easy to do. Stand next to your chair if you need it, to the right side, and touch the right toe to the floor. Open up. Now, we can take those arms out, or we can bring them to the heart center, one hand or two. The challenge comes if I decide to lift that foot up a little higher. On the calf, press into it, keep the knee wide. If your knee's coming here, please stay on the floor with this one, as we want to open the hip as well. And some of you may be able to challenge yourself up to the higher point, above the knee, never land on the knee. And some of you may be able to even cross and have a lotus position. So do what works for you, the challenge that you want. And stay as long as you want. From here, I can breathe up, raise the arms, drop the shoulders and set myself strong. And I'm going to return to where most of my seniors tend to be, right here. All right. There's a few challenges you can do with this after it's enough for you. You can lift your eye gaze up. That takes out a balance challenge. Lift the head a little, lift the eye. And one more that's kind of a challenge is to lean out to that leg. Be a bending tree, a weeping willow, and rise. So if I did that on one side, again, I would do it on the other side. Take your choice. Take holding the chair, not holding the chair. Lifting, eye gaze up. So do whatever you did on one side. Oh, I forgot to lean. So very good. Chair is always there, remember that. Star pose is another one that my seniors like to do. So we're gonna lift up, reach to the corners, take the toe out to the side. Again, I can hold the chair. If I was doing the right side, the left hand would be on the chair. If I was having the left toe out, I'd be over here with the right hand on the chair. But it's just what works. So leg out, arms up. How do we make a star? We lift that foot off the ground. How do we make more of a star? We lean. And we radiate. And we just love what we're doing. We can shine right through. That's what's so great about this pose. while you're here, one of the things to think about for steadiness is pull the shoulder blades back, engage that upper core, pull the gluteus, squeeze back here, the leg back, and then engage every muscle in the core. Use your strength. So again, we can switch it, we can lift it, we can lean it. Hold on. Everything pulled back. Beautiful. All right, another famous one is the airplane pose. All right, starting, I'm gonna keep my left foot to the floor on this one. Hand on chair or not. The leg goes back, I reach out. I start tipping forward and then maybe lifting my leg a little bit. You start easily. You don't lean all the way forward, only as far as it feels good to you. Lift the shoulders again, lift the gluteals, fly off the ground. Lift yourself off that earth and take flight. Options here for more. I can bring my hands forward. I can bring one forward. I can bring my hands behind me. Draw the shoulder blades together. So wherever you want to go with that, I will take in my class a ball and have the people go from front to back with that ball. Next challenge. Again, other side, probably over here on the left would be better. Right there, touch, lifted, you got it. All right, we got one more pose from here. Standing, I want you to take, actually more poses standing, but with the chair, cross the leg. Now, if that's really a struggle for you, just tap the toe to the side and hold here, squeeze those thighs together. We're going to eagle pose. Now, when I have people in class, I need to hold on here, lift that body up. I have them take a hand out and cross it over, or just hold it across if they need to hold a chair. If they can't do this next move, we reach out both hands, taking the right elbow into the left, and then either holding here, or back of hands, or wrapping, wherever you can go. But what I really want you to get on this, lift the arm and feel that back engage. Keep your height. Push into that one foot on the ground. Option on the feet, a little more challenge, lift it a little, or see if you can wrap it. Beautiful. All right. So we do on one side, we do on the other side. This time the left leg would come over, squeeze. Cross that left arm, hold there, or just bring it across, hold here. Our left elbow underneath. As you cross the elbows, lift, back of hands, or wrap. And then bring those hands up. If you feel you can go steadier on the feet, lift the leg, or wrap the toe. Beautiful work. All right, I have just a little bit more to show you with the ball. So bring your ball right near you next to the chair. I'm gonna take the outside foot, so it would be my right foot on this side, and just put my foot on it, lift up tall. So I'm bringing that energy up the leg, lifting up, zipping up the body as we've been talking about, shoulders back, put on my pride. And whether I want to take my arm out, 2 arms out, or hold the chair is up to you. You're gonna push the ball forward to the heel, pull it back to the toe. Push and pull, push and pull. That's one direction. Then I'm gonna take a little in and out knee as I go side to side, the ball of foot. And last movement I can do is circle one direction and then the other direction. So again, the other foot, I'm gonna bring it over here. This just feels more like a class to me if I do it the right way. All right, set it up, zip up, set, reach or not, one arm or two. Heel to toe, forward and back, side to side on the ball of the foot, circle and circle back. Great. All right, so what I would suggest to do for you all is to try to go half a minute with each of these exercises, or at least see how far you can go. Then start building it up as you feel stronger to a minute, to a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You might only do one pose a day and go 5 minutes on each side, I don't know. But you want to be strengthening that balancing, how long you can hold, because it's just gonna keep you from those injuries. It's gonna keep you lifted and strong, give you good breathing space as well, because you're gonna be practicing core control as well. All right, you got a lot today, and we didn't have enough time to really do what I would call an actual class. But in the future, we'll be having videos where I'll just take a few of these moves and do it in 15-minute intervals so that you can just do the class with me. Right now, we're just giving you the information and hope you'll take it and start using it. But look for me soon. I'll be coming back with classes. It's a wonderful thing to balance well. We just want you to stay safe and hope that you enjoyed this, got something out of it, and that we will see you walking pro the next time I see you.